The power of prayer. Stay tuned. Hello, Purposeful Family. Welcome to Mindset Monday. If you are new here, hello, my name is Torrie, and I am the founder of OurGivenPurpose.com. Okay, we're breaking from the norm. I am on the road today, so I figured, why not take you with me? I will insert some video as to where I was and just for you to enjoy the beautiful scenery out here in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia. On another note, thank you all so much for just interacting. I've had so many fantastic conversations over this weekend over what would you do, and I'll link that up above. You all are awesome, and I'm glad that basically we feel the same way. It's like, no, we're fitting to do number 3. No, 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 no. That is the correct answer. There's everything right about that. Let's talk about the power of prayer. There was a story that my sons and I, when we would do breakfast and Bible study, basically. And on one particular morning, I read this story to them, and it has resonated and has stayed with me all these years. And I have not been able to, I can't find where I originally read it, but if this sounds familiar to you and it's like, oh yeah, this is such and such, please drop in the comments and let me know. I would love to be able to go back to this story. So I just want to share it with you all because I believe that when we share each other's testimonies and how God answers prayer, and in those moments, how we become more faithful, how we become more trusting of God, and we give over more to God and allow Him to direct our lives. There was a church and they were into missionary. That was their place. That was their position. They wanted to serve, and they were always asking, how can I help? Well, there was a doctor within this missionary church, and he received a call where his help was needed. But the problem was it was needed in a foreign country. And the church, while they were very heavily into missionary and very sensitive to others' needs, they were very fearful of this particular doctor going into this particular country. This area was at war, and there was a lot of death, there was a lot of chaos and uncertainty. The doctor stands up in church service and he says, I have to go. I have to answer the call of the Lord. It is on my heart to be there, and I am going to serve in whatever capacity I am asked to do so. So the church gathered around him. They prayed, and they still sent warnings. They said, look, don't go into places where you are alone. Always go with a group. Be aware of your surroundings. Always pay attention. Be on alert. And the doctor said, absolutely. So he goes, he arrives, and once he gets his bearings, he finds out that the airport is about 5 miles away from the village where he will be stationed. And each week, he and his colleagues will go to the airport to retrieve medical supplies and perhaps even additional personnel, or even to send someone off. However, it's not just your regular, you can just drive here to there. No, it is through basically a jungle. Traveling together was almost necessary. One particular week, the staff was just really stretched very thin. They had so many things that were happening at the same time, but they were also running out of medical supplies. So the doctor, he offers to go and get them. But all of his colleagues were saying, no, you don't want to go by yourself, but we can't leave. So the doctor says, no, I will go. I will bring the stuff back. Everything will be fine. I've done this trip dozens of times before. It'll be okay. I know the way. I know how to get back. Colleague said, okay. The doctor leaves a little bit later in the evening than he had intended. This particular area, it is pitch black unless there is a full moon. So the doctor decides that he's going to play it safe, and he's just going to camp out kind of halfway through and continue on in the morning. Y'all already praying for him. I feel it. I feel it. What he does not know is that he's being followed by a few gentlemen. We'll call them gentlemen. They're just waiting for him to retrieve the supplies, retrieve whatever, so they can take it. They have been waiting for somebody to be foolish enough to go alone into the jungle. And he presented the opportunity. The doctor camps, he sets up his fire, puts up his supplies, and he goes to sleep for the night. The next day, he awakes, he goes to the airport, he retrieves the supplies, and he goes back to the village. To see how this story, how this testimony turns out, come back for Fellowship Friday, where we'll talk about it. Thank you all for tuning in for this Mindset Monday. Again, we're talking about the power of prayer. What would you do? That's going to be the theme going through the rest of this month and then also into September. I made an announcement to let you all know that I will be off for the month of August, but it is a spiritual break. Please drop in the comments. Let me know what you would do. Would you have gone into the jungle by yourself to retrieve the medical supplies, even though you know of the dangers? What would you have done? Drop in the comments. Let me know. And on Friday, I will tell you what happened. Thank you all so much for watching. Oh, don't forget, tell us who you are. Tell us where we can find you. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. And I will see you all for Fellowship Friday. I am super excited about this.